Life is Strange double exposure developer Deck 9 announces its second round of layoffs in 2024. The studio cites the challenging times many companies in our industry are currently facing. After laying off 20% of its staff early in 2024, Life is Strange double exposure studio Deck 9 has announced that it's been hit with more layoffs to end the year. In a statement posted on X/Twitter, Deck 9 Games CEO Mark Lyons wrote they'd have to say goodbye to some of our talented team members, but didn't specify how many would be affected by the cuts. This was an extremely difficult decision and reflects the challenging times many companies in our industry are currently facing, Lyons wrote. We are extremely grateful to every individual who has dedicated their hard work, passion, and commitment to making transformative entertainment with us. Deck 9, which is also behind Life is Strange entries Before the Storm and True Colors, as well as The Expanse, a Telltale series, released double exposure to positive reviews. IGN gave it 9 out of 10 at the end of October. The studio, however, has been plagued with issues before today's layoffs earlier this year. Was that we at IGN ran an expensive report about its internal struggles with toxicity, hate speech, crunch, and more. Deck 9 announced the last round of layoffs in February. Prior to these layoffs, IGN understood the studio employed roughly between 100 and 130 staffers. It's unclear how many remain after the two rounds of layoffs this year. Deck 9 laid off around 30 employees in May of 2023 as well. The original developer of Life is Strange, Don't Nod, also announced layoffs in October after canceling two in development projects and a reorganization. Today's Deck 9 announcement is unfortunately only the latest layoff news to hit the games industry as the year wraps up. Earlier this week, Ubisoft revealed that it would be shutting down two production studios and laying off 277 employees in the process. So let's go to comments. Arms Bend goes, has anyone else noticed all these layoffs are blamed on the industry or business conditions? None of these guys are taking ownership of their own failures. Instead, blaming it on everything else besides the actual case. As long as they insist on blaming outside forces, they will continue to fail until they close shop. The sooner the better, I say. Make room for people who can discover what people want and deliver that. Um, WTG Rockshot goes, I would love to play Life is Strange double exposure. However, there is no physical PS4 version or physical Switch version. So I refuse to buy it's disappointing to hear they are laying off more staff, but such is life. And go or TPJ TP Jesus goes, not trying to be an a-hole, but you got to jump to current gen at some point. We're 4 years in and seeing less cross-gen games along with even less physical copies coming to PS4. Even cross-gen remasters like Sonic and Shadows are digital only on PS4. I expect this to be the more until support completely dies out, which is probably sooner than later. So, what do you think of Deck 9 laying off people, even though they
Again, for
didn't
the
say how
second
much?
time. I mean, double exposure. It was called Life is Just Double Exposure. It didn't come out right yet, right?
It
Well,
came
up
out.
to
It
this
came
year.
out in Halloween.
Oh, Halloween. Oh, wow, time flies. I thought it'd be like I think a month ago, but okay. Wow, and the sales are not so bad, right? Like they sold a good amount of copies, though.
they
If you
didn't
know the
say
spoiler.
they didn't say why they were releasing people, um, other than giving, office talk reason. It's just fortunate we have to do this. But I'll see if I could pull up Life is Strange double exposure sales figures.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that every time when a game comes out, the company behind creating that game just goes out of business out of nowhere, and especially if you do good sales like Hi-Fi Rush, for example, that came out back on what was it Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. That's they had good sales from last year, if I recall correctly. They still and the company behind that game just got shut down. Like I don't get these CEOs and executives. They just like was raking in candy as much as possible, and then even have to shut down the company for the sake of it. It's unethical, you know.
Right. Okay. So let me go to its Wikipedia page, and I can see if, but it's actually some people are saying sales figures are hard to find. So um,
Right, too. So it was kind of strange. It was only been 2 months after it came out, so it should have at least what about 100,000 copies sold? Maybe say 5,000.
then yeah, but I'm not finding anything about. Uh, there's nothing about sales figures.
Oh man, I know all these copies. That'd be nice to see that.
Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it sucks though that they haven't at least shared the number of copies they sold because now everything is digital. Like most people can just buy from the stores at the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store, so they should be able to allocate the data and then give it to the public. To the public, you know, share with the public and all.
Uh, yeah. I mean, some people. How many copies did? Well, that's Life is Strange from 2015. That's not what we're looking for.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and Life is Strange as a actual franchise or the story set up that it's not so bad, you know. But you have to be like very deeply involved with the story by just have your uninformed attention. You know, it's good. You know, it's pretty intense when I saw the first episode of Life is Strange 1. So I know I should
it'd
still
be nice if
play
you get to
more of
episode
it, but
two of
still,
Life is Strange 1.
what's that?
It would be nice if you got to episode 2 of Life is Strange 1.
I know. I'll make time for it though. It's my Apex game, and it's screwing things up. And Call of Duty as well. Black Ops. The Black Ops 6 game was not that bad. That army move was pretty good, my friend. You should try playing Black Ops 6 if you have Game Pass.
Okay, so basically, I'm I did find some sales figures on Gamealytic. Uh, Copies sold. It says between. Okay, that's a big range. Hold on.
Like 50,000 to 100,000.
They said, well, it's the range was between 58.7 thousand and 128.3 thousand. That's in
I was kind of like
parentheses.
there.
That's in parentheses. Outside parentheses is 93,500. So let's just say 93,500 copies sold.
That's
Um,
not so bad.
and they made about $4.1 million just on that, just on the base game, not counting anything like DLC that's probably coming out later.
But the
Um,
additional episodes that can correctly come out over one side at a time.
yeah, so I mean, and let's see, copies sold in the last 7 days, 6,400.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's not so bad. They good. They did good with the Life is Strange double exposure. Then it
yeah,
may not be the most successful like that of I'll say Spider Man too, but
well,
it's something.
you knew it wasn't going to do Spider-Man numbers. I would have been shocked. I would have been shocked if Life is Strange, if any Life is Strange game does Spider-Man numbers. And we're talking about a good Spider-Man game. Don't don't have a Spider-Man 3 game bomb and then say, hey, Life is Strange did better than that. Yeah, because Spider-Man, because that new Spider-Man game you're comparing it to bombed.
Yes, I've been a little bit high for 2 days ago, so excuse me. And I'm still feeling the effects of the matter.
Hey, Life is
It's
Strange, but
Christmas,
Life
so.
is Strange, but sold better than Spider-Man and the Sinister Six on Game Boy. And so, I mean, I would be shocked.
I'm
Like,
trying to be as optimistic as possible, you know.
I would, like I said, as much as I love the Life is Strange series, well, most of them, like I said, I had no interest in two when I found out it was two completely different characters that had nothing to do with Max and Chloe. Um, Although I probably should give it a chance. Um, I would still be shocked if any game that from Life is Strange was able to do something like Spider-Man, like either of Spider-Man games on PS5.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I'm overdoing that. I
Okay.
like to be yes. I've been because in my lifetime of being a gamer, you know, I've always been negative on many things because of the all the influence of blood and violence and sex and games and all. Nah, I'm just kidding. But did you know what I mean? But
No,
you
I
know,
don't
like
know
where
what
it's
you
like
mean. Go ahead.
pessimism is my middle name in my SB and being a person my whole life as just gaming and living life and all. So I saw so that let me give Life is Strange so a break. Give them good sales, and I was right, at least partially speaking. So
So, my feeling, it sucks, but also it's more the same. Because you really can't say it's because with how uh, we started the year of 2024 with people being released from studios left and right.
oh
Um,
yeah,
we ended 2023 that way. So it's really, I mean, you could have the next talking about Spider-Man, you could have the next Spider-Man 2 for PS5 on your hands. It seems like even after that game sells, you're still going to hear about layoffs. So really, people who run these studios need to do their job and figure out why they need to lay off these people. Life is Strange Double Exposure seems to have at least sold well. I mean, to sell about near about 93,000 copies in 2 months. That's
yeah,
or less than 2 months. That's not bad.
oh yeah. I was right then. My instincts were telling me about the matter. It was right. All right, but here's the thing, though. I mean, you gotta understand too. It's 2024. AI is starting to greatly improve over the last 5 years now. So companies are making their way to automate themselves through AI, especially in gaming. Make sure that the copy paste Harrison Ford's voiceover for Han Solo in Star Wars and or Indiana Jones, like the Great Circle. 'Cause I was wondering to myself why when I saw the trailer back in the summertime when Jeff Keighley had that event going on, showing that Indiana Jones trailer that Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones voiceover sounds very dull and uninspired. It was like AI generated most likely. So that's what they're going to be doing for next how many years? For next how many years now? It sucks. It seems that way too. Don't you think, Triple J?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Even if they're going in the direction of AI which is why they're laying people off, at least have the balls to say that's why you're going in the direction of AI because you can save face for a little while, but when those people that get laid off because let's just say that's the reason for any studio's layoffs because they're going with AI because it's cheaper in the long run. You don't think the public's eventually going to find out when a disgruntled worker explains why he was let go from a studio?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna blow the lid if he was replaced by AI.
Everyone has Twitter these days, so it's one tweet and
Yeah,
send it to like 25 of your friends. That 25 friends gonna send it to their 50 to 50 to 100, and it multiplies.
exactly. So yeah, so I mean, it sucks, but Life is Strange Double Exposure at least seems to be doing decent in sales.
Yeah, there's no excuses this time for the studio to just lay off
Yeah,
their workers, even if it is only for a few people, at a time.
right.